Hello dear students, welcome to Nisha Ma's English Lab. Today let us have a look at the poem Television. It talks about the serious problem among the young children today who are often found watching the television for long hours. And this poem is like a comic verse written by Roald Dahl about the dangers of excessive television watching. In the first 10 lines, the poet tries to give us advice. What is advice? He says, the most important thing we have learned so far as children were concerned is never, never, never let them near your television set. Or better still, just don't install the idiotic thing at all. So the television is referred to as an idiotic thing, and he advises that the children, as far as concerned, not to be brought near the television set, because if they do so, they keep watching television for hours and hours. And what do we see when children are watching television? We watch them gaping at the screen. They loll and slop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. It is hyperbole. And then the poet comically says, last week in someone's place, we saw a dozen eyeballs on the floor. So the children were watching excessive television. And how do they watch? They sit and stare at it until they are hypnotized by it, until they are absolutely drunk with all that shocking, ghastly junk. He is quite harsh in his words when he talks about what it does to the children. Now, how does the children watching television help the adults? So the poet says, oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out of the window sill. They never fight or kick or punch. They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. But the poet says, he talks to the parents, he talks to the adults and asks them, but did you ever stop to think? To wonder just exactly what this does to your beloved tot? So what does the poet wants us to think? And what he does, what the television does to the children. He says, it rots the sense in the head. It kills the imagination dead. It clogs and clutters the mind. It makes the child so dull and blind he can no longer understand a fantasy of fairyland. His brain becomes as soft as cheese. His power of thinking rusts and frees. He cannot think, he only sees. So these are the things, the drawbacks that the child has to undergo if he watches excessive television. But then what do the adults say in this regard? They question, what will the children do if they do not watch television? So the poet says, all right, you will cry, all right, you will say, but if we take the set away, what shall we do to entertain our darling children? Please explain. The poet says, we answer by saying this. What use the darling ones to do? How used they keep themselves contented? before this monster was invented, so one more word for the television, monster. And remember, in the beginning lines, it was an idiotic thing. Have you forgotten? Don't you know? We'll say it very loud and slow. So what the children used to do before this monster was invented? Of course, read. So they used to read, they'd read and read and read and read, and then proceed to read some more. Great Scott, Gadzooks, one half of the lives was reading books. The nursery shelves were full of books, and in the bedroom by the bed, the shelf was full of books. There were more and more books waiting to be read. They were wonderful, fantastic tales. Then he describes they were the tales of the dragons, gypsies, queens, whales, pirates, treasure isles, smugglers, sailing ships. And he gives some beautiful imagery like the cannibals crouching round the pot, stirring away at something hot. Good gracious, it's Penelope. The younger ones had Beatrix Potter, the author for children's stories, and with Mr. Todd, the dirty rotter, Squirrel Nutkin, Pigling Black, and Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, and just how the camel got his hump and the monkey lost his rump. Such lovely, interesting stories that took the children into the land of fantasy and imagination. And Mr. Toad and bless my soul, there's Mrs. Rat, Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. Oh, books! What books they used to know, those children living long ago. So what does he beg of the parents? He says, so please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go and throw your television set away and replace it with a bookshelf on the wall, a lovely bookshelf on the wall with lots and lots of books. And how will the children react to it if the monster is gone out and a bookshelf has taken the place? Of course, it won't be easy, the poet says. They will give you dirty looks, but just ignore them. They will scream, they will yell, they will kick, they will punch, they will bite. But you fear not, because we promise you that in about a week or two, when they have nothing to do, they will go back to those books and they will feel the need to read. And once they start reading, the poet says, oh boy, you watch the slowly growing joy that fills their hearts. They'll grow so keen that fills their hearts. They will wonder what they had ever seen in that ridiculous machine. Now the ridiculous machine here is the television. And he also calls it that nauseating, foul, unclean, repulsive television screen. And what will the kids do later on? In the end, and later, each and every kid will love you more for what you did. What you did, you brought a bookshelf and indulged in making them read. So, this poem is directly addressed to the parents. So, we can say he makes the parents realize their duties towards their children, and he wants them to dissuade the children from watching television and persuade them to do a lot of reading. Thank you. If you like my channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for the same. Hope to meet you again very soon. Bye.